Alright guys, hello and welcome back. It's time for game 2 of this best of 3 finals. High five once again, and we facing off against Noble Esports, who took game 1. I won't say rather convincingly, but in rather glorious, bloodbath-filled fashion.
Yeah, I was actually really excited for that game. I enjoyed it. Even though it wasn't like the most spectacular, cleanest game to analyze and be like, yes, this was very, very clean and a fantastic engagement. It was awesome. It was like really good entertainment to watch. So hopefully they can rinse to repeat that again. I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, that is for sure. Geb Sylvanas once again getting banned out. So, you know, support bans, not necessarily uncommon, but Junipero on that Sylvanas and Geb, definitely a strong focus of the maybe targeted bans. I don't want to say he's actually targeted, but definitely a little bit of concern. Junipero, a very experienced support player for a long time. It's going to be Thor Bologna getting banned out by Noble Esports, which leaves Athena available for the first pick. El Bacchus did very well game 1. Going to be possibly looking to repeat that in game 2.
Well, Serqet gets locked in again for Noble Esports. They had good fortune with it in the jungle again. I just played it pretty well. I got a little bit messed up early on in the game. The first rotation to mid lane didn't work out as well as they hoped when BK Heist and Bolcher were going at it in that mid lane. And we'll see how this works out again. Once again, we're going to see that Agni pick up. Why, if it's not broke, why change it?
Yeah, it works. BK Heist has been playing Agni quite a few times so far today. It's worked out spectacularly. So much damage coming down from that ultimate. It's a lot of AoE, the stuns, the zoning potential coming out as well. And BK Heist has been doing very, very well on it. You know, we've kind of been going on about how Just and Junie have been making these great plays all day long. BK Heist has been playing an Agni very well. He's positioning himself properly, doing a ton of damage that we've kind of been brushing to the side of, like, oh, people died, a lot of Agni damage. Adjust though with that 10, 1, and 11 KDA. Look at that KDA.
Look at that KDA. Well, Anhur, Janus, Athena, all available and locked in for high five. Now back to Noble Esports. Will they go with something different this time? They went Cupid this time. Last time in the Hunter role, but this time they're hovering over Neith. I think the Neith pick is pretty strong. I think it's a little bit stronger for Lou than it will be on the Cupid. I think you could do a lot more with it. The Will Weaver will be able to set up a lot more, plus the roots could be very effective. My question is going to be, is Wolfie going to play the Cabrakan this time? That's all I've seen him play so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's been working pretty well. I'm kind of wondering if for the most part that's basically down to the fact that a lot of people are not used to playing against it. It's like, oh, we haven't seen this god in forever. How do we play against this god? Interrupt the tremors. Very, very insightful counterplay options coming out from you guys. Thanks a lot. But yeah, part of it could be just the fact that they're not used to seeing it all that much. And actually, this says a lot. You know, I was saying maybe a bit of targeted banning towards Junipero by high five. Emir getting banned out as well right now. They are definitely worried about the support player off of Noble Esports.
Well, Junie's well known in the scene. She's a very, very good support player, but you can't really ban people out in the support role nowadays. There's too many things available. I mean, even if you ban away all the Guardians in the world, well, there's Bacchus, but I mean, even if you ban all the Guardians, what else are you going to do? Well, let's just run a warrior. It's not an issue.
Yeah. Oh, go full-blown crazy. Go for the assassin kill lane with the heavy hammer and just kill everybody all day long. Who doesn't love a bloodbath in the dual lane? Nevertheless, yeah, Bacchus getting picked up as the support role for Noble Esports. Going to be Junipero, more likely than not playing that. Couple little swaps going on the left-hand side for high five right now. They need to decide on an AD carry. Or not an AD carry. Cupid was hovered over. That confused me for a second there. Nemesis getting hovered over, which makes more sense given the fact that they already have themselves an Anhur. It looks like, oh, you were talking about this last game, Hindu. It is going to be Ares locked in as they also lock in Tyr for that solo lane for Wolfie to pick up. No Cabrakan this time around.
He's pretty good against Bacchus, honestly, because of the chain stop his belly flop. On top of that, if he's already in this guy, he can also use Searing Flesh to block the knock-up effect. So he's not the worst pick in the world up against Bacchus. Pretty good against Neith as well, making sure she can't flip away. Really good against Serqet because of the Deathbane unable to be used as well as Ambush, and Agni can't Path of Flames. With Athena as well, it looks like a stronger composition for them. Excuse me, of high five this time, and Wolfie returning to Tyr away from the Cabrakan. We're going to see Hercules locked in his last pick for Noble. Not a surprise.
Yeah, that'll round out the team comps for these guys. Solo lane is going to be a little bit of a snore fest yet again. Hercules Tyr, woohoo. Not going to be seeing much going on there aside from outside help and ganks coming in from the rest of the team. But looking at these team comps as a whole right now, we touched on El Bacchus having a very strong Ares. It's going to be Athena in the jungle. as well as that tier in the soul lane. They have a very, very tanky team composition. A Fearless into a Janus portal into possibly all sorts of other horrible things like Athena taunts and Ares no escapes and cripples and slows and Anhur has impales. There is so much displacement and you're not going anywhere if you get caught out in a 1v like anybody else situation by hi-5. At the same time, Noble Esports, they have a lot of burst, they have some pretty good initiation, they have some displacement of their own, not to mention Neith offering a little bit of setup from across the map with that World Weaver. So it's going to be interesting to see how this game plays out for both these teams.
Yeah, let's find out how it goes. We'll just wait for this one to load in, boys and girls. hi-5 versus Noble, game 2. Noble up 1-0. Reno. Can hi-5 come back and be the 5 high people? Or will Noble be the noble entrepreneurs and continue winning ways? Find out soon, after the break. Soon. Bye.
Alright guys, so welcome back. It's time for the second game of this best of 3 finals. Noble Esports took game number 1. hi-5 going to be looking to bring this one back and keep their hopes at a first place victory for week 1 of the North American Challenger Cup alive. We'll see if they can do it. I'm Zidon here with the one, the only Hindu man, as hi-5 maybe looking for an early game ward, maybe looking for a pick, but nevertheless, Noble Esports safe under the tower, so really not much they can do to pick them off right now.
It's normal to do this. You're against a tier with Fearless, you're against an Ares with Change, you're against an Impale, like a taunt is available at a Janus portal. Like why would the hell would you try and fight? Maybe you've got Hercules and the Spirit Arrow coming out from Neith, but it's just not worth it. The tankier targets are definitely the side of hi-5, and the wiser decision was Noble to sit under their tower and let the enemy team have their way with the jungle.
Indeed, that's exactly what they did. That said, let's run through these rosters while we're still waiting for this game to get underway. Left side is going to be hi-5, defending the Titan of Order, wearing those blue trunks. Chacho on that support Ares this time around, Medieval once again on Anhur for the AD carry. Bulcher in the mid lane as Janus. Wolfie 2032, not on Cabrakan this time. He's going to be picking up tier to go up against in that soul lane. And finally, to round the team comp out, it's going to be Gershank in the jungle, picking up that Athena.
So once again, Heartseeker versus Devour's Gauntlet is going to be the call of the day with the Hunters. You're going to keep seeing those builds mix and match. Honestly, I think most Hunters will probably head back to going to Devour's Gauntlets once again, apart from Neith. And maybe a Muzen Carb as an exception to the rules. Well, Cupid, not so much. Cupid could get away with it as well, I guess. The ones who sustain are the ones that are going to really abuse the Heartseeker build more often than not, unless you've got a kill lane and you really expect to get that first blood.
It's one of those interesting things. It's basically a safety versus risk reward. Devour's Gauntlets we saw.
Oh my god, this mid lane matchup between these two once again. Bolcher, BK Haste. Bolcher's having none of it this time round up against BK. He actually won that trade. That's an impressive trade to win as well, considering the fact that Bolcher is on the Janus, and Janus does not have the best matchup against Agni. He looks at the portal onto Adjust, doesn't find it though. Bolcher takes some nice damage from that. The minions are actually in tow as well, and this could be a kill onto Bolcher.
Adjust is definitely looking for it to answer back, but will be forced back. Does not want to aggro onto those minions. Yeah, they hurt. It's about 20 damage per shot, and they always hit if they're shooting at you, so you have to be very, very wary of that. Adjust went for the big play, 1v2, unfortunately not able to answer back with the kill.
Nope, but the first blood does go to Bolcher, and now he's going to be able to go back to base and continue his build nice and quickly. It's probably a quick boots pick up there for him, nice and quickly with some potions. We'll see what he chooses to buy. Actually, he doesn't choose anything. Looks like he's going to go for the very, very, I was going to say greedy, but it's not the right word. The very, very fast rush of the Doom Orb. This is what this is all about. It's going to be a Doom Orb rush if he's doing this. He wants a quick Doom Orb here, Zed.
It's very cheap, it's very cost effective. I believe it's 9 stacks, at which point it's cost effective. Anything beyond that is just pure profit as far as stacks and magical power and all that fun stuff is concerned. But that extra power that much earlier on in the match, it's 1190 gold in hand he needs to actually complete that item. Once he gets it online, Janus hurts in general. If he sets with his whole combo with his passive active, with the portal threshold proc and debuff on the opponent, he could look for huge plays early on, and the fact that he's already up ahead, he has that damage buff for better wave clear, he's sitting pretty in this lane right now, to say the least.
I mean, to be honest, generally what you'll see with most Janus is they go for the full cooldown build of Chronos Pendant into Shoes of Focus, and if you go for that sort of build, that's great. The problem is you're not got that much damage on them. With a Doom Orb, it would allow the damage, but left, as you said.
There's the gank. Olympus was forced out. They were looking to catch somebody down and out, but the chains from Chacho unfortunately missed. That would have potentially found a kill. Bolcher getting ganked as well, just coming around for this one. He's not getting out of that one alive. Fortunately for him, the Doom Orb was not yet completed, so no stacks lost on that. But it was finally a kill put back on the board for Noble Esports, kind of looking to even things back out. They still have to contend with the fact that First Blood's worth a little bit more. But, you know, nevertheless, answering back the kill, that doesn't hurt.
Well, the funny thing is mid-camps both go either way. The funny thing is Vulture at the moment is level 4. He got first blood, but because he had to base, he missed a wave of experience, and it's adjusted against mid-harpies and the assist there. So now, sorry, it's no, just BK Haste that hits level 5 first in the mid lane, which is quite surprising, even though he's got a smaller gold advantage, does Janus. Based off that, he's going to take the back harpies here, get himself up to level 5 and ready for escapades.
Right-hand side, Cypher caught mid-driving strike by the taunt from Gershank. Not going to be getting caught in lockdown. It's still Hercules. He's still going to be rough to kill. Mitigate Wounds was still available, so a little bit of poke going back and forth. Not much otherwise. And like you called, that Doom Orb is online now for Janus. That's going to be a lot of magical power coming online in very short order. We'll see if he can make that work. But if he gets caught out like he did last time, keeping those stacks built up may be a little bit difficult for him. Basically, if Noble Esports can keep him away from a wall, it'll be pretty easy to find kills on. But he's Janus and he's still slippery, so it could be pretty rough.
He is slippery, but Agni's one of those that can really cause issues for him. But not enough issues to like outright kill him for the most part. Unless he gets 3 bombs right to the head, one after the other, and CC'd in place for the last 2, then it's a bit of a problem. Builds across the way though, we can see Serqet got Warrior Tabby online while she's doing a speed buff now for Adjust. Heartseeker is now stacking for Neith. Same thing now goes for Medieval with those Devourer's Gauntlets and now online too.
It's one of those interesting things that I need to one of these days actually make a graph. I'm sure there's one floating around out there already, but when the Devourer's Gauntlets are online pretty much at the same time as the Heartseeker, yeah, the Heartseeker's still hitting slightly harder, but you have to remember the fact that you're also getting life steal for every attack you go back and forth with, so it's actually kind of like countering the fact that Heartseeker hits slightly harder, as well as anything outside of that. Medieval hits a couple impales for a little bit of poke back and forth. He can then sustain back up any damage. Yeah, Neith has the Unraveled, has some healing in her. She has some healing in her kit as well, so she's not in that bad a position. But it's like interesting just to see how the trades go back.
Where's his play left? This play left, they all waited round the corner to see the rotation back to lane after the purple went down, and now they're going to rush to Gold Fury. There's no signs of Noble Esports in the area. They're trying to burst this with ultimates and everything. Judy Perrin realizes what's up, but she's not going to get here in time. That call from High Five was hype. That was a really good play.
Yeah, it's a good call. Like you said, spot out the vision and then make that call for the play. Worst, you know, it was like one of those we're definitely doing this calls when you saw all the ultimates suddenly getting dumped for damage. That was when I said, we have to burn this thing down. If Junipero gets in there, Intoxicate was available. If she had been a couple feet further forward and able to get in range, that likely would have been a steal between the Intoxicate and the Hand of the Gods. They had a little bit of crowd control. Athena was there for the taunt and stuff like that. So it still could have gone either way, but it's a situation that could have gone very, very poorly had they not made that call to commit everything to securing that Fury.
And that just like relieves some pressure right on these mid harpies. And one thing you're looking at is Serqet. Serqet is an issue, and we know that from last game and going forward. So they can play it a little bit safer if they need to. At the moment though, they're going to get left harpies for free, as Noble are on the right hand harpies here. Junie's going to be over there for them, and there's going to be no fight between the two for the time being. So it just allows High Five to rest on their laurels a little bit and continue farming towards a better stage of this game.
Cypher kind of getting bullied around a little bit right now by Wolfie's Spear. Seems playing safe back on the tower. Gershank dropping in from the skies just to say hello. Adjust was nearby. Reinforce if necessary. Actually, big rotation. El Bachacho is making his way to the side of jungle as well. Are they going to look for the real big play? They know El Bachacho is over here right now. He did walk across a ward. What are they going to look for? I mean, there's rotations. Oh, BK has got caught by the taunt. Cat the Flame's going to run away, but he's getting locked down right now.
Yeah, the chain does connect, and the second one does, and the third one does, and then the Searing Flesh will come out as well. Meanwhile, on the backside, though, Adjust did manage to take down Wolfie on that rotation in as well. The boulder connects onto both. Vulture very, very low here, needs a portal out, not going to be able to find it. Yes, he is. No escape is up. Pulls 3 instances together, but there's no damage follow-up available.
Noble's trying to do the can. Vulture will fall, but the health bars are dropping rapidly. Medieval rotating from that from the dual lane, coming into this one. Cypher using the mitigate wounds to try and keep himself alive. Possible little bit of a late rotation by Lou to
Oh my god, Junie.
Junie finding the
kill
El Bachacho on that one.
Yeah, it does manage to pick that one up, and now with Lou rotating in here, Junie's trying to support and keep the pressure onto Grishank, but he's eating a lot of poke from Medieval in the back of the head. The Impale did not connect with him, it connected with Lou, but the Enhance brought him down. Now, still Cypher trying to run Grishank, waiting for a taunt to become available. One more second, here we go. Beads, he didn't use the taunt, but guess who's back?
BK is coming in. Did they have... They just keep him track of the respawn time on that one. Medieval finds a kill with the Impale on that.
It's the fight that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends.
The taunt was available right there. If Gershing had pulled somebody back into the shield wall, it probably would have been a kill. The only thing is they saw BK Haste coming around that corner. It's like, okay, he's back. We can't look to commit to this fight anymore. We need to just back off. Keep the taunt in reserves just in case. It didn't quite work out in that one. There's the blink coming in from Elbow Chacho.
BK gonna get chained again. He's gonna have to force the beads off to get away from that one. Will survive, and now Junie might be able to reaggress. Doesn't find the belly flop, but now the Will Weaver coming onto Medieval. That's gonna be a disengage from both parties.
Yeah, once again, these fights are just going all over the place forever and ever. Like you said, the fights never end.
Got to steal away that Gold Fury outside. The speed did get stolen. The boulder does come out. It just gets totted back in. Just is in trouble, but no, it's Serqet once again. The damage does come out. Bacchus secures Adjuster with the through space and time, and now once again Noble's in trouble.
Yep, looking to run away. No escape. Cypher going to be looking to run away from that one, but not going anywhere anytime soon. Getting pulled back in. Now looking once again to lock somebody else down. It's going to be possibly a BK Haste here in a moment. Shackles going to connect. There's two. There's the third as well. A lot of damage from that overtime. Going to look to lock us down to secure it. Gershank picks that one up. High five.
Junie gets hit on the backside with the unstable vortex there. But High Five is starting to come out on top in these trades now once again. They've got more mobility with Janus up against this Serqet. Serqet very mobile. They've got Ares now able to chain down and lock down these targets from constantly escaping and juking around. And still they've got the Athena that they've had every single game to just taunt them and keep them pinned down.
It's working out very, very well so far for these guys. Like we said, there's a lot of control and displacement involved in this team. Move people around, put them where you want them to, and just drop a full-on combo onto them. A taunt, you know they're running towards Athena. Anhur can impale on the back of it. You know where they're going. You can drop a Janus portal. Tyr knows where they're going. He can pop in a follow-up Fearless on it. It's a very rough team to be fighting into. Never mind the fact, like you said, with that Janus, there's so much mobility. I'd love to see some big dropship plays coming out from that later on once the game gets a little more, little further onto this one. See some big, like, Gold Fury, Fire Giant setup play steel type things.
Well, let's see how this works out with High Five now, because they've got themselves in the advantage now. The Gold Fury is about to respawn, and this one's going to be very important for Noble Esports, because I think if they don't get this one, High Five will slowly continue to win this game. You can see this has been a slow progress since the Gold Fury of just constantly winning more and more engagements, taking more and more experience in gold over progressive time. But this Gold Fury is where it could reset it a little bit, but we'll see if Noble can make it happen.
Yeah, another thing to note as well, we haven't really seen Noble play from behind so far today. There was one or two little, like, slight things. Junie, actually, beautiful pillar coming in this one, getting taunted back in as well, is, like you said, dead on that one. They spent a lot. Now the question's going to be, can they safely re-engage? They don't care. Albatracho blinking forward, no escape coming in, does find a just. The damage coming out from that one, that's going to be a kill. Not going to be able to save by that last breath.
Oh my god, that chain, bro, Chacho. Oh my god, that chain from Brochacho. So, he gets hit by the last breath and thrown into the enemy team. He had one chain left and had the presence of mind to use it after he got thrown into the team. Chains another person in place for more damage. That was a nice little play. High Five and now snowballing this really strong. I said the next Gold Fury was important for Noble, and I think now that High Five could really start to just clean this game up already. Noble are going to be in a really rough spot here now.
Yeah, it's Tier 1 tower now getting looked at by High Five. They have the mini wave to remove that backdoor protection. It's going to fall very, very quickly. An extra 500 gold for the team. They're looking for a play as well. BK Haste takes a double tap from the unstable vortex mill in the jungle. Ward Weaver coming in, trying to find a kill. Not going to be blocked. Elbow Chacho will fall. Junie picks up that kill. Reinforcements come in this one.
Oh, Junie.
The rest of the team has to be careful.
Yeah, Junie did a lot of work there. Adapson wants to come in here and try and do some damage. So Just, but the Impale from Medieval's going to save the day. Just still wants somebody has to check out the in-hands as Bacchus trying to put damage out with the unstable vortex. Does, but the driving strike onto Medieval could put him in trouble.
Yep, there's the belly flop coming for the knockup. Will they have the stun? Able to juke around that portal, not get caught in that one. Junie does get taunted in, however. There's the blink from Rolfie Fearless, connects onto Lou as well. There's the backflip out of that one. As Wolfie now looking to pursue, they're looking for more kills. The fights just never end, Hindu.
No, they don't never end, but there's the through space and time coming out as well from Bacchus. Does not connect, but it portals Medieval back into the fight. The Desert Fury over the wall. Will he fight it? No, Lou lives with about 10 HP. And now Just is back with Serqet. He won't let them go for a free. He'll ambush over the wall. He's going to chase down Grishak. Grishak does not realize it. Now he will.
That's going to be a boulder. And Just picks that one up. No escape. Not connected to anybody anymore. Cypher now in the middle of a 1v4. Not a happy place for him as the Health Force continue to drop the shifting sands pillar just to make sure he could not continue running away from that one. The fight, Hindu, I think the fight's actually over.
It did end finally. The Harpies on the left-hand side are the final casualty of war, and the right-hand side, Noble will take those ones down. But the golden experience lead is 9,000 experience now for hi-5, 6,500 gold, and still the fights are slowly ending up. I mean, over all that whole engagement, it went in hi-5's favor to begin with, but then Noble Esports evened it out again.
Yeah. Another rough thing, Noble Esports is still playing these fights very well. Part of the problem is going to be when these fights go on for so long, that gold advantage and experience advantage that hi-5 have comes more and more into play. It's like, oh, you're trading back and forth, even like one hit for one hit. Our one hit did a little bit more damage. So over the course of these like 5-minute team fights we're having, eventually Noble Esports is going to get whittled down slowly but surely to the point where those little bit of extra damage from the item and experience advantage comes out in hi-5's favor.
Well, Blue Buff being stolen away by Wolfie in the jungle right now, trying to bring it down before Hercules turns up, and he does do so. I don't think we're going to see Sniper be able to kill Wolfie there. Oh, the blink usage was nice there from Wolfie. Didn't really need it. I mean, he was just worried about reinforcements, but in the mid lane, once again, BK Haste being focused. Left side, though, Medieval needs to be careful.
Yep, and almost cut on this one. Disperse is already used. Defender limits. They might look to re-engage in this one. Not going to quite pull that trigger. Bit of a rotation coming around, but they're a little too far out to actually make a committal to this fight. Gold Fury is still 2 minutes out, but that said, having an objective to fight over has not yet been a factor a couple times in that previous game 1.
Oh, Vulture going aggressive, looking for that red buff. Might get aggressive on now because he's used Paul as well. Has to use beads as the World Weaver comes out, as well as the stun. And he even used through space and time, thinking he was still getting chased. So, not a good play from Vulture, honestly. He kind of overspent on everything, trying to escape from the engagement he didn't need to be in. But left hand side, losing a bit of trouble, but now it's going to be Grishank and Medieval.
Yeah, good Bell buying himself a couple seconds of time. There's the Intoxic coming down. They're going to be wibbling, wobbly all over the place. Not able to walk in a straight line for a little while. Evil getting very low. Lou gets that kill with the Unravel for the shutdown bonus. In the backline, though, Lou is about to be brought down. No escape. Will he find the pull? Not going to need it. The damage is more than enough to secure the kill. 1 for 1 as the fight's still kind of continuing. Helper is slowly starting to drop. Can they secure these kills?
Well, can they secure the kills indeed? Grishank is going to go down there. BK is going to find that one. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Tyr did force Sniper down below half HP, trying to turn up to the fight finally. But Sniper's done a good job of keeping Wolfie's attention for now. His teammates will be able to escape, and Wolfie's trying to go back into Sniper, who's very, very low on mana here. And with Vulture in the backside, BK Haste could be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, if they can find these kills, they can even things back out. A lot is being expended right now. Lawbringer coming in from Wolfie. There's the Boulder as well. Adjust, though. Answers back 1 for 1. So far, this fight is still barely in favor. Albert Chacho, if he falls, is going to be a pretty big victory for Noble Esports, and they will find it 4 for 2 so far overall in this engagement. Cypher not going to chase any further. Maybe change, no, back to base, change, no, okay, he's actually going back to base, it would appear at this particular moment. Gold Fury's up in 25 seconds, heal up, get your mana bar filled up, and get ready for that contest and the overall dance, as we've seen a few times so far today, over that Gold Fury.
This is just really strange. Like, the fight is never ending. All it is just like pure unadulterated fighting between the two teams. Both of them just going ham as much as possible, trying to get as many kills as they can. And then it's going back, but the problem is that Noble Esports are being left a window of opportunity here now, because the last couple of these little engagements have started going in their favor. Serqet's hitting that stride now, and with Hercules starting to get that tankiness, it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, if you look at the graph, it's ever so slight, but the bleed has stopped, and the graph is just ever so slowly starting to dip back down towards hi-5, and the Gold Fury going to help things out quite a bit. Lou looking like he's going to be okay. Medieval doesn't want to chase that one too much. But yeah, fights like this, when things go back and forth, and even in an even fight, the team that is behind always comes out victorious, because overall, as the gold increases, say the lead is 5,000. A 5,000 gold lead at 10 minutes in when the team only has 25, 30,000 gold is huge. When the team has 5, 6, 50...
Okay, no, she's going to try and rotate around for Cypher. I thought there might have been, because there's 3 members coming over here right now, but Brachacho's in the left-hand side. Brachacho might be looking for a blink onto Junipero under the tower on the left-hand side. After that belly flop, he will. He's going to go in and look for the pick on to Bacchus. The pulling is good. There's the chains. The Impale straight after into another chain. Intoxicate will come out in a second, I'm sure. Or will it? No, it's on cooldown, so it can't. And a good play. Athena actually rotates over, but mid lane Vulture nearly gets picked. Has to use a pull to get away from Adjust, and they might be able to get a tier 1 tower on the left.
They're going to look for a kill in tier 1. Not a bad thing at all. There's the little detonate off the broken weave by Lou. Not enough to stop the overall siege of that tower. It's going to fall. They're nearby to defend this tier 2 if hi-5 try to commit to it. Solo laners, they're hugging each other over in the lane based on the minimap icons. For now, though, hi-5 still hanging around. They're looking possibly to find somebody out, trying to get a jungle buff, maybe check where exactly these guys are. Vulture's going to go to mid lane for farm. We'll see if they look for this invade onto the attack speed buff right here as Gershang charges up to preempt the strike. Through space and time is fired. They're going to look to steal this one away.
They might get it. And they will, and that's going to be all she wrote for the time being for the purple buff. But a Justice on the way back towards it. They know through space and time is on cooldown here. Maybe they can find a pick if they're looking for one, but the taunt from Grisham going to buy him a second. But Junie's back, Medieval could be the one in trouble.
World Reaver does catch up Chacho due to the leap from Medieval over the top of his head. Shackles locked in on Junior, looking for the fight once again. Health bar is very low, but the Intoxicate is used. This time around was not on cooldown that time. Adjust, teleporting around the map once again, getting that last breath poison off. It is ticking away. Not going to be enough to find that kill into Medieval. The disengage is going to be kind of called for both sides.
Vulture's going to keep going.
Yeah,
he's going to pull through. The Athena ult's on as well. He's not got the portal available. He actually looked for the unstable vortex through the wall, predicting where he was. He went back the opposite way. Grishak's going to come in with the taunt though. Does connect with Lou into a portal. The chain misses because of it, but the no escape definitely connects.
Found two, looking for more damage. Elbow Chacho finds number one. The damage is good. PK Haste coming in for reinforcements. The no escape found Lou, but immediately the Vulture kill answered one back. For Chacho, yeah, looking like he's about to get locked down right here. Has to be careful.
Oh, he can turn this. He's got damage. He's got damage and he has to try and keep them busy with his damage. There's the burn. The burn is real. Burn, baby, burn. Disco, bro, Chacho. He's going to take down a double kill 2v1. That's why you pick Ares.
The minions made the difference in that fight. The health bars were so low. If the minion wave for hi-5 had not been there, Albo Chacho would have been dead. He might have gotten the kill into PK Haste either way, but he would not have gotten that double kill. The minions made the difference. Right side, Wolfie, 3-level advantage, decent gold advantage as well. Starting to have his way with Cypher. You see his health bar down to about a quarter, just in this 1v1 back and forth slap fight in that solo lane. So hi-5, you know, I said the bleed kind of stopped for a little bit. But Noble Esports have since kind of lost that little bit of a moment's breath, and hi-5 is starting to get a lead growing yet again.
Oh, but Chacho blinked in looking for the chains on to adjust there. Didn't actually manage to find it. So does get a way to live to fight another day for the time being. 20 minutes in now. And hi-5 still with this golden experience lead. The experience lead has started, like you said, to go back in their favour. Will they turn attention to the Fire Giant? I think that's going to be the call here as Medieval is starting it up.
They're just poking at making sure he's okay. Make sure the Fire Giant is actually still alive. He didn't fall asleep or anything like that. For now, though, like you said, the ward battle is likely going to be starting here. Fire Giant is definitely a topic of contention for both these teams. Gold Fury is up in about a minute, but at this point, if a team commits to the Gold Fury, that could just signify to the other team, let's just do Fire Giant. That would be a risky move for Noble Esports with that Janus through space and time can get over there very, very quickly. BK Haste getting caught out. This fan room as well. We're coming as well. The fight is on yet again.
Yeah, Intoxicate did do quite a lot of this engagement to cause some issues, but there is the no escape being pulled on, pulling people back in, and it looks like we may see Junipero fall to the wayside there as Lou does manage to pick up one though. Desert Fury is coming out from Medieval, trying to survive against Lou and adjust, but he's not going to be able to survive much longer. Cypher has to run away to live to fight another day. A 2-for-2 trade, a mid laner and a support for a mid laner and a hunter in favour. Honestly, at this stage of the game, that's in favour of hi-5 because they can still do the Gold Fury to the Fire Giant.
Yeah. It's a rough one. If they don't look for a play, I'll call it even in about 30 seconds time once Junipero is up and actually back in the middle of the map. Respawn times, 5 seconds left on both those guys. Medieval and Vulture are down for a little bit longer. They could potentially look to rush down a Gold Fury here if they make basically go for it right now, but they can't because Gold Fury or Fire Giant rather could still be started by hi-5 potentially. But that said, with the guy still alive, they might not have the damage roll to commit to it.
Yeah, they don't really have the damage, but they could have had a big potential from now. They did seal it with the speed as well, so the advantage still goes to hi-5 even still. But yeah, Lou's going to take a lot of damage from that. Now Cypher's going to get hit by a taunt into chains, so he can't drive and strike away from this one. But Chacho's doing well. Wolfie's dealing with 3 at the moment, has the Lawbringer away. Cypher locked below half health, but this channel of ult from Grisham could be a small mistake, because now the reinforcements are here.
It's a little bit of a scattered 3v5. Janus through space and time. They bring reinforcements, but Medieval is not nearby to actually take those portals right now. If they look for the fight, Noble could take this one. Gershang is heading back to base. They know Vulture's here. Medieval's about to join this fight as well. Serqet going for a little ride on that kitty cat. Portal for the roll will save Medieval's life, but now Adjust is a little bit out of position.
Yeah, and now Adjust is going to get hit by Fairless. Uses bees, uses ambush, going to leap onto his head, but Vulture uses the portal to survive! Woohoo!
Junie gets pulled in by the no-escape. Cypher finds the kill on the Vulture to answer one back, though. In the backside of the fight, Lou and Wolfie very, very low. Gershang coming in the taunt. The shield wall tick should get this kill. Lou using the backflip away, but jumps straight into Medieval. The Desert Fury does not hit. Gershang still looking to secure this one out. Can Lou survive? There's the BK hits forward. Gershang finds the kill, but looks like he's going to pay with his life in short order. BK is low as well.
Oh, Wolfie blinked over looking for the fairness. He just got the power cleave off though to make sure BK Haste goes down. Then switches stance, heals again with the power cleave. He's going to turn his attention to Cypher now. The tower shots with good thanks to Medieval pushing him into the tower. Cypher's looking for driving strike soon, but the chains are attached and there's nothing they can do. 26 to 15. High five are still in the lead. They still have members alive though, with Juniper on a line with this Bacchus. They could potentially look to steal this one away, but Medieval's going to start it.
They're going to go for it. They know this is happening right now. The ward is not in place, but Junie and Just are already on their way over. Through space and time to get the rest of the team here. This is going to be a very risky play. They're here a little too early. They are aware of that fact. Junie not yet going in, but has to worry. Fearless pushing him back into that wall. Junie needs to go in right about now to look for the steal. This is going to be the big play that could decide the outcome of this match. Chacho is so low.
Chacho's dead. But Chacho's dead. He turns his attention to the backside. Juniper is also low here, but the Fire Giant is wrecking havoc to everybody involved at the moment. The burning flames of doom. The port was used by Vulture too early that time. He will go down, but so will Adjust. The Fire Giant is still going. Lou is on his way. BK Haste 2. The Fire Giant is falling. Do they have a Hawk 3? No, they do not. It's going to be a race. It's going to be a race. High five to get it and get away. Grishan going in again.
They're looking for the cleanup kills so they can remove the Fire Giant belt. It will still be a pretty big pickup for High Five, but removing the actual buffs themselves will be a huge, huge deal. Wolfie pushing back Lou. 1v1. This is not a favorable fight for the AD carry at this point in time. Wolfie going to use that Lawbringer over the wall, and in the end, get away. They lost a pair of Fire Giant belts, but the most important person on the team to get that, Medieval on that AD carry, has it intact. The siege not quite starting up right now, but they'll have that extra damage to towers once they start to look for it.
Yeah, they do. I mean, that was a really, really good play from both the teams. I think Adjust there actually going in and trying to keep the damage on. He actually managed to get the Cobra's Kiss onto 2 targets to make them kiss each other, and that's set up for the damage from the Fire Giant to actually end up causing Brochacho to lose his life. The Fire Giant just go to them. No, they're going for the God Fury. Nobody spots in response. But what can they do? Medieval is out of position, but he's got Athena coming in, and there's Brochacho!
No escape finds Juniper, who does get burst down immediately. Boulder comes across and hits a lot of guys, but the damage is just not there. Cypher falls in the end. It's a 3 versus 5 going forward. That tier 2 tower is looking quite delicious right now as well. Gershang more than happy to tank that one up. They're looking for the kills as well. Taking those guys out will more or less guarantee a Phoenix. BK will drop some bombs from the sky, but it's not going to be enough. It's now all down to loot and Adjust to defend. But that tier 1 Phoenix and that tier 2 tower in the left lane are pretty much dead to rights. They're not really going to stop this whole 5-man grouping, although are they going to go for the Phoenix? Maybe a little bit of an decision. They are going to go for it.
They could potentially do it. They've got to have Grishang there to tank it up. Then they've got Wolfie. Then they've got Brochacho. Like, pick a person to tank it, boys. You could have any single one of them. They're going to try and go for it. Lou actually misses the Spirit Arrow there. He's going to zone up on the backside. In comes Adjust. The chains are attached and they're burning away. But she does escape with the ambush for now. Wolfie now taking his turn at tanking the Phoenix. It still stands. And it gives Haste more time to get back online. A well-timed retreat, says Grishang. Because it kind of was.
Yeah, if they had stuck around that one any longer, the respawn's coming back up as well. Noble Esports could certainly have looked to turn that one upside down on its head and taken the team fight victory. So far, this game has been kind of all sorts of back and forth. The gold lead is sitting about at its highest right now at 7,800. It's really not that high. It's been sitting at that point since about the 8-9 minute mark in this game. So Noble Esports have been doing a great job so far of just stalling and buying themselves time to get to the late game and just, decrease that gold lead as an overall percentage of gold. High Five have a kill lead, but if they can start looking to close this one out, Noble Esports have proven time and time again, at least in these very long extended team fights we're seeing constantly, they know what they're doing and definitely stand up to High Five.
Lou actually took a lot of poke there, being forced to use beads as well in that mid lane after the top from Grishang. Medieval followed up nicely. Now they're looking for the tier 2 tower. BK Haste around this side has been spotted out by the wall, but Brochacho goes in with the blink. 3-man no escape. Doesn't get anything other than beads and pretty medgizes over there. And now Wolfie goes in deep at the backside. Junipero tries to tank up, but she could be caught a little bit out of position here.
attempts trying to stay alive. The damage coming back and forth is not going to be enough to find a kill quite yet. It's still 4v5. They have the Phoenix to help them out, but Gershenk is very, very tanky through space. And clips BK has for damage. They're trying to do what they can, but it's not looking like it's going to be enough right now. Gershenk's low, trying to get out. That defender Luma's not going to be able to channel it quite in time. Vulture finds another kill though on the BK hits. The damage dealers on Noble Esports are falling one by one. Luke caught in the portal. A lot of damage off that combo. Wolfie finds that one. And unfortunately, Noble Esports trying to do what they can to hold this game out and keep it going as long as possible. It's, yeah, like I said, it's looking like this is going to be it. Push the wave forward one more time.
They could have potentially ended then. I guess they worried about HP bars more than anything. Wolfie can't tank this that longer with Sniper coming in and adjust as well. So maybe they can re-aggress here. Adjust actually goes in to stop everybody back in. Bro, Chacho kind of low on the backside too here. So the game holds for now. But what can Noble to really do to get back into it? I mean, at the moment, it's really going to be rough.
It's only a 10,000 gold deficit. It's 30 minutes in. It's not the end of the world. 6 items has been reached, level 20 for the most part being reached, so there's a little bit of a window. Once people start hitting level 20, they're not getting their abilities any more powerful, their stats stop scaling up. It's a little bit of a window for Noble Esports to kind of gain a bit of a step up, a bit of a lead as they continue getting levels for a little bit longer. The problem then becomes the items, the itemizations, and once hi-5 starts switching over to potions and elixirs for those extra big kind of on the icing on the cake kind of power boosts that they're going to start getting online as people are just about to be approaching that point where they're full item build.
I mean, one thing you can see in the two builds as well is the fact that we're going to see Anhur. Medieval's actually not got any crit in this build whatsoever. He's just going to go for raw, pure damage. So those in-hands are going to be monstrous. He's also got penetration for bringing down the towers even quicker. Obviously, penetration is effective at bringing down the towers. Brawler's Beat Stick. You'll see to actually reduce lifesteal and healing as well, which will help out against the likes of Agni with that Bacchus talent, which you may not think, and also Hercules too.
Yeah. It's one of the things, it's like pretty much a unicorn build back from Season 1, which kind of faded out a little bit in favor of the kind of crit builds. Builds aside, it looks like a little bit of aggression. Gershenk joining the party with a defender of Olympus, trying to find oh, the taunt lands on BK Hayes, forcing those beads early on in this fight. Right-hand side, Junie taking a little bit of poke, a little bit of damage as the fight looks like it's about to be on.
This is a bit of a weird fight. Wolfie taking a lot of poke in the mid lane there, but it is a tear after all. He should be able to sustain him, but he got hit by the Serqet ult, and he will go down. Grishank actually does secure BK Haste on the backside. Medieval takes out Junipero. Bolcher disengages using the portal to get away, as Sniper gets hit by a full channel of Desert Fury to the back of the head. Luke can only run away as fast as his little legs can carry him, but not far enough for the reach of Grishank to connect. And with that, I think we're going to game 3.
It's looking like it right now. That's the full-on deicide, unless they fall asleep with their keyboards right now. Hi-5 are going to be taking down this Titan in very short order. Not before the Titan kind of answers back with some blood. Vultures, well, tanking it up. The squishy guys, squishy targets should not be the ones tanking the targets. That said, Gershenk was the only tank going left, and his health bar was pretty much non-existent, so they were able to secure it, but not for the Titan. Kind of got a couple shots in of his own. Hi-5, they got an early game lead, and Noble Esports actually gave them a bit of trouble closing that game out. Coming around in the end, though, Hi-5 came out with the victory, bringing us to the ace match here in just a little while.
So, guys, with that, we'll be right back with a short break to find out exactly who's going to win the final of this week's Challenger Cup. It's still going strong between the two.